What if I told you that some of the foods you eat every single day foods you probably think are perfectly fine, like your morning toast, that packet of biscuits with your tea, or even the healthy vegetable oil you cook with, are silently waging a war inside your body? We've all seen the labels: heart-healthy vegetable oils, fortified flour that's supposed to be good for us. But what if that's not the whole story? What if these ultra-processed staples are a primary driver behind the explosion of modern health issues like obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and chronic inflammation that leaves you feeling tired and achy all the time? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain. I am going to show you exactly what happens inside your body when you consume processed flour and industrial seed oils. More importantly, I'll show you how you can start reversing the damage, possibly before it becomes irreversible. Let's start with a big one: processed flour. This is the fine white powder that forms the foundation of so much of our modern diet: bread, pasta, cakes, pastries, you name it. To get this white flour, manufacturers take a whole grain of wheat and strip away its most nutritious parts, the bran and the germ. The bran is where most of the fiber is, and the germ is packed with vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. So, what are you left with? A nutrient-dead, high-glycemic starch. When you eat it, it hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave, spiking your blood sugar even faster than table sugar in some cases. Your body's response? It pumps out a flood of insulin to try and manage this sugar rush. Imagine this happening every time you eat a sandwich, a bowl of pasta, or a simple cracker. Day after day, year after year, this constant roller coaster of high blood sugar and high insulin eventually leads to a condition called insulin resistance. This is the silent, underlying cause of so many chronic diseases, including non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, type 2 diabetes, and even heart disease. But the damage doesn't stop there. This constant state of high sugar and insulin fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. It can cloud your thinking, leaving you with brain fog, and completely drain your energy, making you feel sluggish and tired, especially after meals. You're eating, but you're not getting nourished. Now, let's talk about the other half of this problematic duo: industrial vegetable seed oils. I'm talking about the clear, yellow oils you see in plastic bottles lining the supermarket aisles: canola, corn, soybean, sunflower, and safflower oil. The names sound natural, almost healthy, right? Vegetable oil, sunflower oil. But the way these oils are made is anything but natural. They are extracted from seeds using intense heat, high pressure, and often chemical solvents like hexane, a component of gasoline. This harsh industrial process fundamentally changes the fats. It oxidizes them, creating harmful compounds like aldehydes, which are toxic to our cells. These compounds can damage your cell membranes, your arteries, and even your DNA. Then, when you take these already damaged oils home and cook with them, the heat creates even more free radicals. These are unstable molecules that bounce around inside your body like pinballs, causing inflammation and oxidative stress. Over time, this chronic, low-grade inflammation can lead to clogged arteries, stiff and painful joints, hormonal imbalances, and it can even accelerate the aging process, affecting your skin and your overall vitality. And here's the scary part: these oils are everywhere. They are in nearly every processed food you can think of. Salad dressings, mayonnaise, sauces, chips, crackers, cookies, baked goods, and even in foods that are marketed as healthy. It's become almost impossible to avoid them unless you are consciously looking. Individually, as we've seen, processed flour and industrial seed oils are bad enough, but when you combine them, which is what happens in most junk food and ultra-processed meals, the effect is catastrophic. Think about a donut, a bag of chips, or a frozen pizza. It's the perfect storm of refined carbohydrates and oxidized, inflammatory fats. When you eat this combination, your body is thrown into a state of metabolic chaos. Your liver gets overwhelmed and starts storing fat instead of burning it for energy. Your arteries begin to harden and stiffen, and perhaps most insidiously, your brain's delicate system for regulating hunger and fullness gets completely hijacked. the signals that tell you your full stop working properly. This is why you can eat a huge meal of junk food and still feel hungry for more an hour later. It's not a lack of willpower, it's biochemistry. The food industry has engineered these products to make you crave them. Your body gets trapped in a vicious cycle of inflammation, cravings, and addiction, and every bite just pulls you deeper in. After decades of eating this way, the effects aren't just about gaining weight. The damage is internal, systemic. It changes your body's fundamental chemistry. You feel tired after eating. You struggle to focus at work. Your skin loses its natural glow. Your joints ache for no apparent reason. You just don't feel right, and you can't pinpoint why. What's happening is that your cells are literally starving in the midst of plenty. You're consuming thousands of calories, but they are empty calories, devoid of the micronutrients your body desperately needs to function. Energy is technically all around you in the food you're eating, but your body can't access it properly. Why? Because your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every one of your cells, are being damaged by these toxic fats and relentless sugar spikes. This explains why we're seeing an alarming rise in chronic health issues in younger people. You can look fit on the outside but be a metabolic wreck on the inside, struggling with heart disease, brain fog, and chronic fatigue. But here is the most important part of this entire video. There is good news. Your body has an incredible, innate ability to heal itself. It is resilient. And when you remove the things that are causing the harm, when you stop pouring processed flour and seed oils into your system, your metabolism can begin to reset. Your energy levels can return. The chronic inflammation can start to subside. Your mind can feel clear and sharp again, and you don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. You can start with small, simple, but incredibly powerful steps. Instead of cooking with vegetable oil, switch to stable, traditional fats like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, or ghee. Instead of white bread and pasta, try incorporating more whole grains in their intact form, or use alternatives like almond flour. Better yet, just replace some of those refined carbs on your plate with more vegetables. Focus on eating real, whole, single-ingredient foods, the kind of food your great-grandparents would have recognized. Meat, fish, eggs, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. If it grew on a plant, or it had a mother, it's probably a good choice. If it was made in a plant and comes in a crinkly package with a long list of ingredients you can't pronounce, it's best to be skeptical. Within just a few weeks of making these changes, most people notice a dramatic difference. Better digestion, a more stable mood, and steady, consistent energy throughout the day, without the afternoon slumps. We live in a world where many large food companies profit from our poor health. But you are not powerless. You have a choice. 3 times a day, every single day, you can take back control of your health, your body, and your future. Remember this one simple truth. Every single cell in your body is built from the food you eat. If you feed your body real, nourishing food, it will build a strong, healthy, vibrant you. If you feed it inflammatory, processed chemicals, it will break down. The next time you're in the grocery store and you reach for that loaf of white bread or that bottle of vegetable oil, just pause for a second and ask yourself, is this going to heal me, or is this going to harm me? The power is in your hands. Choose health. Choose life. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content to help you reclaim your health. We'll see you in the next one.